In this video, we're going to check out creating classes. There's no limit to how many classes you create, nor is there a limit to how many classes students can be enrolled in. That helps because you can explore different ways of organizing your class, and we're going to go through those options now and see what works best. After you've logged in, select Create a Class, or you can select My Classes and create a class. Give the class a title, a start date, choose a color if you wish, and select Create. Every class will look exactly the same. There are 3 areas in particular we want to showcase. Class Overview is the default view of assignments for students. They see everything in a list view, and you as the teacher can create assignments and move them into any order that you choose. A lot of teachers will organize assignments by week of, using the header option here. Just click Add Header and type in a title. You can title these headers whatever you want. So I have a couple week of, a header for past due assignments. You could put all your sight reading assignments under one header. When you only have 1 or 2 assignments, the list of assignments is not that difficult to work with, but as you create more assignments over time, this list can be pretty unmanageable for you and for students. So we recommend creating these headers from the start to keep things organized. You can always delete or edit a header, so if the categories you've chosen aren't really serving you, you can always update them in the future. You can set up assignments and keep them hidden from students, so you could have everything laid out under headers however you choose and make things available as you go for students to see them. Your gradebook you can also organize into sections, which we call assessment groups. This breaks your gradebook up into chunks and allows you to view different segments of your gradebook at a time. You can create assessment groups to match what type of assessment or assignment you're creating. Maybe all your sight reading assignments using Sight Reading Factory and Practice First go into one gradebook assessment group. Or maybe all your memorization assignments go in an assessment group. You'll see an average score within each assessment group for each student, so you can easily keep track of their progress within that designated assessment group. Click Add Assessment Group, give it a title, then save. Frequently used examples here, auto-filling in. A lot of times teachers will create assessment groups based on their grading schedule. We don't see any assessment groups here yet because we haven't added any assignments, but we can at any point view one assessment group at a time. You can also export scores and grades from the Music First classroom simply by clicking Export. These grades will export as a CSV spreadsheet file. You can see all your students within a class under Student Management and Students, and you can divide them into groups for differentiating assignments. Consider putting all your ensemble students into one class, then creating student groups for each instrument or voice type, or different levels of sight reading practice. Check out the tutorials on creating assignments. Those videos will show you when you can choose student groups. I can add my already created students into an existing student group. By selecting the students, then add selected to new student group or existing group. You can view and edit groups under Student Management and Groups. Those are just a few recommendations for organizing and customizing each of your classes. Every class you'll create will have the same navigation tabs: class overview, gradebook, class calendar, student management, but you have the ability inside each class to organize as needed using some of the options we just took a look at. You can email support at any time using support@musicfirst.com. We're happy to help, so don't hesitate to reach out.